Let me make a prediction. Southgate's a shit manager. He's garbage. And if anyone thinks that England are going to win the World Cup, you're sadly mistaken. Don't get your hopes up, because England will not win the World Cup with this man in charge. He's a low-level manager, and I stand by that. They say, oh, he got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. He got to the final of the Euros. With the players at England's disposal and home advantage, the fact that England didn't win the Euros is shocking. He's an ultra defensive manager who has, to me, a very basic grasp of what makes up a football team. Now, England have been hard to beat. Fair enough. They got results, but it's it's not very charismatic, and it doesn't unleash some of their best players. Players like Foden, players like Grealish. It doesn't unleash them. And anyway, this video is about what I consider to be a bias against Manchester United. There's always been a bias by the London-based FA and the London-based England team against Manchester United. We've had it since David Beckham was thrown under the bus. And actually, Rashford and Sancho were thrown under the bus by Southgate. They both missed penalties, and they were brought on 2 minutes before they were going to take penalties in the final. He doesn't really fancy either of them. And that's fair enough. He's the England manager. But I think his comments are out of line. He said we've only got one of them, i.e. Man United's Man United contingent, and that's whether United's lack of Champions League football might make them a bit fresher. And he said, quote, they've got a lot to do to get back in the squad. I mean, a lot to do in what sense? Like, he knows the players. He obviously fancies other players, which I said is fair enough. And he said to overlook Sancho has been fairly straightforward. I mean, he's really going in on the players. I mean, in a way, as a Man United fan, I'd be happy for the players to not have to go to the World Cup. Obviously, on an individual level, the actual players, it's the pinnacle of their career. But if United can start the season well, and then obviously there's going to be a break in January for the World Cup, and be in a good position, and the players don't get selected to go to the World Cup, players like Luke Shaw, players like Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, then I'll be really, really happy. But I think Southgate's a little bit out of order, and I think that I just don't rate him. I've never rated him ever, and I still don't rate him. I think he's just a PR guy, and I think to get to the final of the Euros against an aging Italy team, they were there for the taking. Should have won that competition. He's a failure. And the squad that England have got, tell me who's got a better squad in the world? France, maybe? More strength in depth. Like, I don't know. There's not really... I don't think Germany have. I don't think Italy have got better players. I don't think that Brazil do. I think England have got one of the best squads, and they're being mismanaged. Now, they're obviously going to be difficult to beat, but it's not nice to watch, and I don't think it's going to be successful, because when it comes to the big matches, the players he's just not an inspirational manager. He really isn't. Anyway, I've gone in on him enough now, but yeah, it looks like United players aren't going to be in the England squad. Good. I mean, form, I understand that completely, but I don't think there's a need to say it. And as I say, I do not think England will be successful in Qatar. You can clip this up, but yeah, I stand by it.